You get locked in.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the... First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Washington football team. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
That pussy got power.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Jesus, he was open too. My God.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Pushing T.
Taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this throw caught left side. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A huge play there for Washington. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Logan. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown,
Under that Poochie count.
TJ Logan.
And it right now.
First touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Fulton connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fulton now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here?
You gotta push it down.
I think it's
Type
making
down.
sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Mahomes. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And when you play against, if you go on the red and play against some niggas, what you trying to do for it? Let's make sure you play it.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
You and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He gets it complete to Harris. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They find some open field here. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. 56 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Logan. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Play action now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Prescott off play action. He'll buy some time right. And he is into the
He's
end
not
zone
catching,
for a
bro.
Washington touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Folk, and that makes the score 14-7.
I tried to hit
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. On the return comes Drake. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes.
Ah, that's my fault.
That's my fault. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Following the interception, here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He's letting this one go.
Get the fuck.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
I'm not getting no fucking pressure right now.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
What the?
Fulton now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. On the return comes Drake. And the tackle will be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. But what the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Mahomes now to throw.
What? He's the safety.
Baker with a pick. And he will bring this one.
It's not making sense.
Pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
How the safety just dropped.
For the extra point.
Selling the fucking game.
It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll run. It's Drake. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
What is this?
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Going for it all. And this is going
oh my God, bullshit.
And Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. The open man is Westbrook.
What is this? Vertebrae.
Past the 45.
Karaoke.
A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive, nothing wrong with being electric, nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he
I'm
crosses
getting
over
fucked
out of
up.
bounds.
My
And
God.
they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Folk's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late
Got him on.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning
What
to
is
this
this?
one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity.
Yo, that's so bullshit. He's back there.
Reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Flush to his
Oh my God, all of these niggas looked at that shit. Oh my God.
But not before he works it past the 50.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And
oh
he'll
my
protect
God,
himself
bro.
at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And just a yard to go here on second down. Off the play fake, Prescott.
Are you serious? You are the safety over there. It makes no sense.
The Falcons' 13-yard line.
I gotta use it as safety.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Jerry Hughes on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it.
Makes no sense how you're the only fucking person out there and still can't get a fucking throw.
Jones. And this time he
Bro, is my D-line gonna actually fucking...
Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Extra point up and good by Folk.
He don't hit
And the
me
lead
on the
will
screen,
swell
or
by
he don't
1
get back
more.
on here now.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. On the return comes Drake. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now?
Do you
alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Falcons. Chase Claypool, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Could be one of it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On first and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Atlanta, Georgia's the spot, and glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action, second and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
So now third and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And again, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out,
over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Mahomes firing complete. Sheds off the tackle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, yeah.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Mahomes. And he fires one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And his pass is
God, I threw it to the wrong person on accident. Fuck. That tight end was smack open. Fuck.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic
That fucking tight end was wide open.
Enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Falcons grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he wisely will throw that one away.
No, it's no way. None of these niggas getting off any.
To throw the football, all the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want.
Oh, that's so bull. Now that's bull. It's not going that.
Trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On play action, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he fires one.
Yes, God.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big... And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Equanimeous St. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. They're going to run it with Harris. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game.
Maybe only flooded.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Flooded.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return.
Oh my God, he could have fucking killed him. Yo, and North Dakota, cold.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, in that type of throw, in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. Isaiah Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken right around the 44. Called out a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
That's all I know how to do.
Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Bro, he could have got that there.
I'm watching this stud game over here.
He could have got there. He could have got it there. He could have got it there.
Yes,
Yes, folks, that
If
is
it
his
would have been
third
like 10
interception,
XP
and I'm going to
points,
use one of the
it
most overused phrases in football.
He
He's a
could have
ball
fucking got
hawking
it there,
safety.
bro.
I love the
Oh
way
my
that you
god.
called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment.
And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
In this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on
Ain't
the
it like
run,
the same?
sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play,
I could have played a
sometimes your
later better
receivers find their
game. You
way
right.
open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Pass complete, Tunyon. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh,
and you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
GG.
Saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at.
Played that first half so bad.
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them,
Yeah,
and
man.
continue to get better at what
Damn,
they
I
do.
played that first half so
Also made a
bad.
little adjustment with their confidence to give up that many points, even if you win.